Greetings, gentlemen, Max Sterling here. In today's insight-packed discussion, we're diving into the intriguing world of state-dependent memory. Picture this. Ever had a night where a few too many drinks led to a memory blackout, where your antics are a complete mystery unless recounted by friends? Well, prepare for a revelation. There are individuals who can jog those lost drunken memories simply by having a drink. Astounding, isn't it? This is the peculiar realm of state-dependent memory. So, what exactly is state-dependent memory? Let's break it down. It's a fascinating psychological phenomenon suggesting that it's easier for us to retrieve information previously encoded while in similar states of consciousness. Imagine our brain training for the Olympics, and every new bit of knowledge is a hurdle cleared on a neural track. These pathways are built with electric sparks and neurotransmitters that are like fans cheering, helping us remember. But here's the thing. If these pathways were constructed while our brains were buzzing in a certain state, it stands to reason they reactivate more effectively in that same chemical environment. Now, let's delve into the enigma of memory itself. After an exhaustive research dive into this series, it's become apparent that memory is an elusive beast. Described by models and theories, sure, but its true nature remains a mystery. Yet, state-dependent memory is not just a theoretical fancy. It's proven and repeatable, especially when it involves our liquid friend, alcohol. Our most familiar studies on state-dependent memory center around the influence of alcohol. The gist is, if a person was under the influence when their brain was encoding memories, they're better equipped to recall those memories when once again under the influence. However, alcohol is merely the tip of the iceberg. The spectrum of state-dependent memory extends to other influences like nicotine, prescribed medications like Ritalin, moods, pain, fear, hormones, and even your circadian rhythms. Here's a concrete example for clarity. Let's say we have a psychology student cramming for an exam on biopsychology with a little help from Adderall. Fast forward to the exam, and if our friend pops an Adderall right before, they're poised to better recall what they studied because they've recreated the state in which they learned the information. But humans aren't exclusive members of this mental state club. Research has shown that creatures from goldfish to canines exhibit state-dependent learning. One study had psychologists in Iran teaching mice while under the influence of morphine. The result? The mice remembered their training better while on morphine compared to when they were sober. Caffeine and nicotine have shown similar effects still. Despite the evidence, we can't quite pin down the why. Moving beyond controlled substances, current research is investigating the influence of mood and internal pain on state-dependent memory. There's a whole smorgasbord of related memory phenomena, including context, mood, and mood congruence memory. But let's save that feast for another session. Now, as we reach the midway point, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and ring the notification bell. Engage with us, and unlock the strategies to harness the peculiarities of your memory, boosting both your personal and professional life. Before we wrap up, gentlemen, let me introduce you to the world's first comprehensive 3-in-1 memory test, a unique tool that assesses your long-term, short-term, and working memory swiftly and effortlessly. And the cost? Absolutely free. So, how do you stack up against other sharp minds out there? Simply click the link below or search for our free memory test to discover your memory ranking. Our goal? To seize Google's #1 spot for the free memory test. Lofty, I know, but worth a shot. Thank you for investing your time with me today. Reflect on the marvels of memory and ponder over this. What actions will you implement from today's discussion to enhance your memory skills? And if you've unearthed value in this video, a tip that reflects the worth you've gained would be greatly appreciated. You'll find the link in the description. Until next time, retain and reign supreme over your recollections. Welcome to the journey of a visionary who rewrote the future not once, not twice, but 6 whole times, transforming the realms of personal computers, animation, music, phones, tablets, and digital publishing. This narrative is the tale of Steve Jobs, a name synonymous with innovation. Born Stephen Paul Jobs on February 24, 1955, in the heart of San Francisco, his life began with the act of adoption, instilling in him an early sense of independence. He preferred to think of his adoptive parents as his true guardians, despite his natural intellect surpassing theirs. Yet, they bent over backward to ensure he had every chance in life, a gesture that made him feel singularly important. His precocious ability to read even before he stepped into a classroom led to a mix of boredom and mischief, with pranks filling his school days until an advanced class captured his undivided interest. A series of school changes, spurred at times by bullying, revealed a pattern of adaptability. Incidentally, his father's passion for mechanics and electronics tinkering in their garage set the stage for Jobs' lifelong affair with technological innovation. A serendipitous call to Bill Hewlett, the CEO of Hewlett-Packard, not only got Jobs the electronic parts he craved but also a job, kicking off an early foray into the corporate tech world. This was where he crossed paths with an older enthusiast named Stephen Wozniak, whose own fascination with electronics and engineering mirrored Jobs' visionary outlook. Jobs' tryst with higher education was brief. At Reed College, he preferred to immerse himself in the hippie lifestyle and Zen Buddhism rather than attend mandatory classes, eventually dropping out. Yet, a calligraphy course he audited made a deep impression, later influencing the typography aesthetics of the first Mac computer. Post-collegiate life saw him at Atari, a pioneering video game company where simplicity was king. A subsequent spiritual sojourn to India broadened his mind, but soon it was back to tech. For Atari, he summoned Wozniak to engineer a one-player Pong, using innovative techniques to minimize chip use. The personal computing revolution began in Wozniak's hands but needed Jobs' vision for mass appeal. Thus, Apple was born, its very name a nod to Jobs' diet and an ambition to precede Atari in the phone book. Their creation, the Apple I, combined Jobs' marketing acumen and Wozniak's technical brilliance, setting a trend for sleek design in the tech industry. The waves of success, however, didn't extend to Jobs' personal life, marked by a tumultuous relationship with his partner, Chris Ann Brennan, and an initial refusal to acknowledge paternity of his daughter, Lisa, dissonance he later rectified, evolving into a more refined individual. Apple's soaring valuation, catapulting from $5 to $1.7 billion within years, thrust Jobs into a celebrity spotlight. But life at the top wasn't without challenges. The launch of the Macintosh under his leadership in 1984 became an arduous task owing to his demanding perfectionism. His reality distortion field, a term coined by colleagues, encapsulated his ability to push boundaries and make the unthinkable achievable. Jobs' commitment to stellar design was unwavering. Influences ranged from studying Sony's aesthetics to embracing the Bauhaus movement's fusion of art and industry. This design ideology crystallized with Apple's vivid products, like the Macintosh, and a historic advert directed by Ridley Scott, setting the tone of Jobs as a masterful storyteller and marketer. Yet, despite momentary victories, Apple spiraled downward post-Mac launch, leading to a boardroom coup that ousted Jobs. Ever resilient, his exit from Apple was the prologue to a new chapter with Next and an unexpected foray into animation with Pixar, securing his status as an industry titan. Returning to a struggling Apple via an acquisition of Next, Jobs' homecoming was marked by decisive action. A slash-and-burn approach to product lines and a landmark partnership with Microsoft reinvigorated Apple. As CEO, his touch turned innovative concepts into cultural touchstones, from the game-changing iMac and iTunes to the revolutionary iPod and iPhone, igniting digital lifestyle revolutions that spanned from storefront to cloud storage with iCloud. In these same years, Pixar blossomed under the auspices of Disney, bringing tales to life that today remain etched in cultural imagination, with Jobs as the largest single shareholder. The narrative took a darker turn with Jobs' battle against cancer, juxtaposed against his technological crusades, which included defiance against Adobe's Flash and legal skirmishes over Android's similarities to iOS. The man's genius lay as much in his foresight as in his uncompromising dedication to creating products that delivered an experience, intuitive, user-friendly, yet powerful. This was epitomized by the release of the iPad, an initially misunderstood device that soon became another cornerstone in Apple's lineup. Steve Jobs' legacy cannot be encapsulated merely by Apple's rise to the pinnacle of the corporate world. It's interwoven with personal evolution, resilience in the face of adversity, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. He fashioned from a startup in his parents' garage the bedrock of modern technology, a platform of relentless innovation and inspiration. Now, let's converge our thoughts and reflect. What can we learn from the tale of Steve Jobs? How can we channel this legacy of foresight and innovation into our pursuits and passions? Before you delve into your next project with renewed perspective, if you found this dive into Steve Jobs' life enlightening, remember to hit that subscribe button, like, and ring the bell icon. Engaging with these simple actions could very well be your springboard to reaching goals akin to an innovator of Jobs' caliber. For those who've gleaned value from this shared wisdom, were inspired to accelerate their path to success, or got nudged to embrace innovation, there's an option to leave a tip, a gesture to honor the value you receive. The link for support can be found in the description below. Your engagement is a testament to the transformative power of knowledge, and your actions post-video will be the true markers of your intent to execute these potent insights into the symphony of your life. Share your intended actions as a response. What's the first step in your own blueprint to think differently?